Welcome to Christian Nutrition Films, the show where we review Christian films with an in-depth look. And by we, I mean just me. Once again, this month's film is not what I initially planned. You see, it's May, so I thought, obviously, we should review Mom's Night Out, the comedy about, mothers. Mother's Day is in May. It made sense. But sometime in between the first time of me watching this movie, me purchasing it, and the second time of me watching it recently, I forgot that the movie wasn't funny. And nothing's more a drag than watching me review a movie that just isn't funny. I didn't want to do it after watching it again. I was like, I don't even know why I own this movie. So if I were to review the movie, I just give it a burn it. Don't even think about it. Just don't buy it. So then, what movie did I choose to replace Mom's Night Out? What movie did I think was more qualified to be on the show? And that movie is Heavenbound, the straight-to-DVD comedy that came out this year. Heavenbound received runner-up to Champion at the Christian Worldview Film Festival. You might not know what Champion is, and you might not even know what Heavenbound is, which is fair. We'll review Heavenbound, so you'll learn all about that here in a minute. But we'll review Champion at a later date. It won Best Feature Film at the Christian Worldview Film Festival, so it must be good, right? But for now, we are reviewing Heavenbound on Blu-ray. Thank the Lord. Is this what I think this is? A quirky comedy?
And my heaven is in you. I've got a mansion.
Wow, how many times do you think it took them to do that to even get that timing right? And actually, if you watch the bloopers, it shows you a few times that they mess up the timing, though I imagine it took them more than the 3 failures that they show here. If you've seen my short film Happy Together, then you probably know that I enjoy weird comedies. And Heavenbound seems to be shaping up to be a weird comedy. When a movie can be cheesy, embrace the cheesy, and be funny about it, you got me. I like that. We see our main character, Ted, buying a kid who doesn't have enough money the kid's drink and muffin for him. Now, Ted works at a dog food company that sells organic, gluten-free dog food.
I have to take Mr. Minsky.
The entire marketing department is there except you. I don't think you have any other choice.
I have to babysit a dog. I'm the 3rd highest paid employee at this company.
You still make less than Mr. Mitski.
Oh, that has to sting.
And he only drinks natural mountain spring water. Okay. It has to be 64 degrees exactly.
Okay, he's all right.
Jeez, don't do that to me, movie. I don't want to have a heart attack during the review.
What if his acupuncturist doesn't work? Is there a dog spa he could spend a few days at?
Did they just kill Mr. Mitski? Please stop that, Heavenbound. Oh wait, maybe the title of the movie is Heavenbound because the dog is Heavenbound.
He doesn't like to be pet. Are you wearing Old Spice?
Yeah.
He doesn't like that either.
Mr. Mitski is one picky dog.
Can I have his autograph?
Sorry, that was me.
I don't even know what to say right now. A woman in the parking lot asks for Ted's help putting some tree in her car. He places Mr. Mitski on top of his car, and then this happens.
That's right. I'm headed to the freeway right now. Huh? Of course I do.
Oh, thank goodness, it was just a dream. I was scared that was real. And as it turns out, it wasn't a dream and it was real, and now it's 6 months later. Ted is laid off and they can't afford to pay the bills. He then turns on the TV to see a charity event that is being held in Mr. Mitski's honor.
At least we can all take comfort in knowing he's in a better place today.
Oh, no, he's not. He was a well-known atheist.
The dog was a well-known atheist. Wow. As the clock strikes 7:15 a.m., Ted's wife has her routine morning cry. We find out that their son, who's trying to be a lawyer, has been going to college for 7 years now.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
I know. They're called doctors.
Yeah, they are in deep financial crap to the point that everything in their home is for sale and on the front lawn. It's not very logical, but the cinematography sells the joke. Get yourself together. Men do not need a morning cry that we tell others about. Oh no, it's the Seventh Day Adventists! Though I thought they traveled in pairs.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, yeah.
If you were to die today, do you know where you would spend eternity?
Now I want to roll the dice and say that the doctor is not a Christian, but my gut says otherwise.
That question kind of trumps all other questions if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you having for dinner? Who cares? I'm going to hell.
Never mind, he's definitely already saved.
How's the weather today? Well, who cares? It's always hotter than hell.
Or maybe he's an atheist.
How about I answer your question over a glass of ice-cold lemonade? I mean, you may as well drink it while you can. From what I understand, there's no cool, refreshing citrus drinks in hell.
I'm done guessing. Let's just flip a coin and that will determine his salvation in this film. The doctor who lives in the mansion starts seeing the pointlessness in everything and begins to toss very pricey items around like they're meaningless.
Missionaries?
Yes, we did 2-week missions for about 20 years in a row.
So you're a Christian?
Ever since college, We could be a good Christian, bad Christian team, or maybe you could do play-by-play and I could do the color.
I should go alone.
This is actually a great way to waste a missionary's time and freak them out. You know, if you're into that sort of thing.
Her sense of smell is going to be diminished. She came out smelling like a rose. But I guess she'll just have to take our word for it.
Wow.
I need to go practice my prescriptions.
Oh, Miss
Why
Thompson.
can't it be my sense of taste and then I could be skinny?
Oh man, I could use that sensory loss too. I've got a few pounds I like to shed.
Why can't it be my sense of hearing and then I wouldn't have to hear Chris Matthews on MSN Still anymore?
Yeah, and let's add on every artist who's on the top 40 station as well. I will be on board with what you're saying, man. We find out that the doctor plans on selling all of his expensive stuff in his house to start up a horse ranch camp thing for kids. Since he is dying from cancer, he wants to still give back while he can. Also, we find out that Josie is deathly afraid of horses. Then all of a sudden we're back at the coffee shop where we get a really trippy scene where every patron and staff member inside the coffee shop barks at Ted. It's really freaky. Next, we are back at home where Josie expresses that this whole being poor thing has struck her last nerve. Honestly, this is the second slowest scene in the movie for me, and it is so dark and slowly paced. Light some candles. This isn't Fantastic Four, the reboot. It just really slows down any momentum they had going. Oh, and did I mention that she wants to rob the dying doctor?
And then tomorrow night, we'll go to his house, and while he's sleeping, we'll steal those jewels.
Ooh, count me in.
Jeez, don't scare me like that. This movie likes to try and give me a heart attack.
How did you get in here?
I came in when you were mowing the line.
That was 3 days ago. You've been here 3 days.
Yeah,
No.
That was 3 days ago. You've been here 3 days.
yeah.
No, there's absolutely no way you hid in the house for 3 days. Ted is unemployed and home a lot, plus clearly they do not have any electricity or water, so the house is extra quiet. You would have been noticed day one. I don't buy this, not at all.
Before you go, you mind if I ask you a question? If you knew you were going to die tonight, do you know where you'll spend eternity?
Is he really ordering pizzas and bribing pizza guys to get them saved?
Hey, give me this.
Yeah, I know that kid. Yeah, he means well, but he preys on pizza delivery, man. Yeah, he's taking all my customers, too.
He is preying on pizza men. That's an interesting way of going about this.
If you come in and watch a video of a Billy Graham crusade with me, I'll let you keep the whole thing, all right?
Accepting bribes is a pathway into heaven? Interesting theology.
Dang, dude, even the pizza guy is calling you out.
What are you gonna do with those?
I always take my nunchucks on security missions with me.
I mean, seriously, who doesn't have their nunchucks with them at all times? I know I do. I won't tell you where they're at because they have to be hidden in secret, but oh, don't get me wrong, they're always within arm's length. Actually, I don't know where they're at right now. I'm gonna have to go find them. I knew they would come in handy.
No way. This guy is loaded. Quilted triple ply. Nice.
Surely he can't be serious right now.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
If they don't get busted at this point, I'm turning this film off. Thankfully, they do get busted, as it turns out the doctor's been watching them the whole time from his security room, and instead of calling the police, he sees this whole situation as a salvation pinata. He actually says salvation pinata, and he's gonna bust one of them open and get them saved. Oh yes! So he locks them inside of his house. This part of the film bugs me. You see, the doctor says they are locked in. He tells them this, and the characters just kind of accept this as truth. Now, we know it has to happen so the plot can advance, but why can't the characters at least make an attempt to escape? You know, try to at least open a door or, you know, go through a window, but the window's like unbreakable or something. Unbreakable! Just give us the obvious stuff that we would expect people to do in this situation. They don't do that, and it would have taken them like 30 seconds in the movie to show them trying it.
Are you wearing different clothes?
Yeah. Brought a change. Thought the place is nice, I might stay. Got a fresh pair of underwear if you need them. I also brought my own plasticware. Thought it'd be the polite thing to do.
That's very considerate.
I used my facepalm too soon.
Could I ask you all a question?
Sure.
If you died tonight, do you know where you'd spend eternity?
Are you gonna kill us?
Oh, just wait and see what he has in store for you. You might wish that he had killed you instead.
Let's have Christmas.
What is all this?
Told you, you should have let him brutally murder you.
So after the bad king locks Mary up in the tower, husband Joseph comes by and says, Mary, let down your hair.
Okay, all right, let's stop right there.
The police then shows up at the front door and asks the doc if he has seen any suspicious people around. The doctor lies, very Christian of him, and says no, and the burglars rightfully suspect he called the popo, except it wouldn't make much sense why he turned them away if he had, or why it took them so long to respond. Ted, Moochie, and Josie try to lock the doc up in a room, but fail miserably. The next morning, we get the slowest scene in the movie. The doctor talks to Josie about her marriage to Ted. I mean, this goes on for a solid 5 minutes at least, and once again, nearly kills the momentum the film had going for it. Plus, she gets over her fear of horses in like 2 seconds. Shocking. Thankfully, the pace gets picked right back up as the doc wants to help them with their marriage issues in an all too familiar way.
Grace card taken by Grace. Grace Unplugged, Amazing Grace. Waste of Grace. Goodness Grace, that's...
Ironically, one of the films he named is a real film that stars Michael Joyner, who's playing Ted in this movie. Can you guess what movie it is? I'll give you a few seconds.
If you can watch this movie and not be touched, you have no heart.
If I can get through it without throwing up, I'll be amazed.
Got a question, Ted?
No, I'm good.
Oh no, I don't think anyone could get through Fireproof without shedding a tear.
How'd y'all like it?
When Kirk Cameron gave her Chick-fil-A when she was sick.
Yeah, that always gets to me too.
What are you crying for?
I want Chick-fil-A.
I think the lesson we've all learned from Fireproof is that we need more Chick-fil-A to save our marriages.
Come on. Big blessings, big blessings. You lusted after someone who is not your wife. Who's your next turn? Oh, curse my wandering eyes.
I don't know about you, but that line is the funniest line in the movie for me, and it cracks me up every single time.
So let me ask you, is there a part in every Christian movie where one guy just starts quoting scripture and the other guy just nods?
Sure. Isaiah 55:11 says the word of God never comes back void.
This is how you do a montage in a comedy, folks. Take notes, because I'm not even showing you all the jokes, or I would be showing far too much of this film.
When the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there, I'll be there.
Are they holding some sort of church service at his house?
Before you sit down, I'd like for all of you to greet each other and let everyone know each other's glad that we all came today.
Is he serious right now, or is he just messing with them? Because I feel like he's just messing with them.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Hello.
That's very
Come
nice.
here often?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you look like you're new.
I'm Moochie and I'm a hugger. Give me that.
Wow. By the way, they cut this scene shorter than they should have. In the bloopers, it shows an extended take on this scene. Let me show that to you, and then we'll get back.
Hey, you look new. My name's Moochie, and I'm a hugger. Get over here. How you doing? Welcome. By the way, that is my seat. I never sit over there. I always sit right there. You'll have to move. Don't make me cast you out, because I will. Cast you out. I'll sit over here.
You see what I mean? I think that's funnier. The whole casting you out, that should have been in the movie.
Go to eternal suffering. Go directly to eternal suffering. Do not pass church. Do not collect 200 blessings.
Wow, that is harsh.
Yeah, this is not a good thing.
Good call, though I do wonder if that game is actually real though. Ted realizes that to escape, he will have Moochie pretend to get saved based on what he learned from this quote-unquote comic book. It's a tract called 90 Minutes in Hell. And yeah, there's no way this is gonna work. Moochie pretends to choke on a pickle and the doc brings him back to life. Moochie claims he spent 9 seconds in hell. And yeah, let him explain some of the things he saw while he was down there.
And everyone had to learn the Macarena. But the only music was in the all-Lady Gaga station. And we were forced to watch The View.
Wow, that does sound like hell. Don't tell me anymore. I think I've heard enough.
Burnt cheeseburgers. Burnt, inedible cheeseburgers. Without condiments. There were no condiments!
Stop it, you're scaring me. Obviously, the doc doesn't believe this and threatens to show the police the videotapes of, them trying to rob his house. But he says he won't show the police. Ted doesn't buy this and decides that enough is enough. He's going to get those tapes and destroy them. But instead, he finds the jewels that he's looking for inside of some teddy bears that the doc had been buying his now dead wife every year for Christmas. Ted assumes the doctor won't know, so takes some jewels out of one of the bears. We then get another slow scene that slows momentum again, where we learn that the doctor feels like he doesn't do enough good in his life to qualify for God to be happy with him. Ugh. Ted finds tapes that the doc made for his wife who had Alzheimer's, and Moochie eats some of the lasagna she made for him before she died.
What are you doing?
What? Was in the freezer.
That's his wife's lasagna. It was probably the last thing she made.
No wonder it tasted so old.
Ew, I don't even want to know how old that lasagna was or what was growing in it. The doc sees the errors of his ways and realizes that he can't force them to get saved. Salvation is a choice. It can't be forced on somebody, so he lets them go. Oh crap, it is about to get real.
Now where are the jewels?
Jules?
I know they're here. I've been watching the whole time. I've just been waiting for you to come out so I could rob you at the door.
Sounds like a load of plot convenience, but I'll let it slide to see where this is headed. You may be wondering where this guy came from. We're an hour and 17 minutes into the film, and he seemingly came right out of left field. While this isn't completely true, he's very poorly set up. As it turns out, about 23 minutes into the film, we saw him for a total of 5 seconds inside of the place where Ted was getting barked at by everybody. And that's all we saw of him, and that's the entire setup to this.
Who's the one you root for? Who do the booty stoot for? Who? Go Barn Owls! You guys, this is Hootie Hutchins. I went to high school with him.
Good job, Moochie. You got the gun out of his hand. We're saved.
Oh, sorry. You're a criminal now?
Yeah, I've been doing this about 18 months.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Knocked over a few houses in the neighborhood last week. How about you?
Oh, this is our first job.
No kidding.
Yeah, we're not very good at it yet. We're probably going to jail.
I love how casual Moochie is about all this, but then again, if you think about it, he would get all the food he wants and toilet paper he wants, and he would get a bed in prison. But the toilet paper would only be 1 ply.
Ted! Oh, Ted!
Oh man, I've been shot!
Where? Where were you shot?
Oh no, Ted!
Oh God, save me! I'm a wretched sinner. I didn't mean to vote for Obama. He seems so popular. I'm a stupid, stupid man.
Ted!
I don't get into politics here on this channel, but I find that funny. And I agree.
Stay with me. Oh, Ted!
Wait.
Stay with
Ted,
me.
you're not gonna die.
What?
You were just grazed. Right there.
I'm not gonna die?
Oh, thank goodness. This movie loves to try and scare me. They split up and search for the burglar who is roaming the house in search of the security room.
You know, Ted, I was noticing something down there when you thought you was dying a while ago. He immediately started talking about how proud you were of your car and how healthy your 401k plan is.
Ever since I first saw the scene, I started using this logic on my wife. You see, every time she's doing something that doesn't involve something I want her to do, I'll be like, oh, I'm glad you're on Facebook instead of spending time with your husband, because when you're on your deathbed, you're going to be like, oh, I wish I spent more time on Facebook. That's right, guys. Guilt your wife. Successful marriage, I promise. Obviously, I'm kidding. Josie realizes she can't communicate to Ted and the doc that they are in danger since they have the handheld radio button stuck on, meaning that Ted and the doc are just constantly transmitting. That's how she's hearing everything, but she can't talk back to them. So she leaves Moochie alone in the security room, and I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but it turns out it doesn't really matter because 2 seconds later, the robber kidnaps Josie. He probably would have kidnapped Moochie as well, so. And forces the guys to take him to the security room.
3, 2...
Wait, what does he yell? I think he's yelling lunch as if this is some sort of code word for Moochie to come out and knock the guy down, but this was poorly established in the film as well. You see earlier in the film, Ted yelled out lunch and Moochie came to the dinner table immediately to eat lunch, but that's all that happened. It wasn't like a code word for Moochie to do anything that helped Ted out. No, not the sandwich.
Mama.
Huh, thank the Lord. I thought the sandwich was a goner.
Dad, where were you shot?
It really got me this time. Oh, let me look at you.
There are no bullets in this gun.
That's because he took them all to the stomach.
And what's this pain in my stomach?
Oh, my toothpick.
Oh, gross. Please don't eat that, Moochie. The robber gets arrested by the police, and our trio of heroes learn a valuable lesson, and that horse farm thing for kids is eventually opened a year later, but are the horses Christian? That's the real question.
You know, I've never heard of a Christian horse riding resort. I'm the one who led the horses to the Lord.
Oh, man, I'm glad that's cleared up. But there really isn't any cliffhanger for a sequel. How are they going to have a heaven-bound cinematic universe if there's no cliffhanger? Are they kissing in a Christian movie and those two aren't married to each other in real life? Actually, I'm just joking. It makes complete sense. Throughout the whole film, they've been blowing kisses at each other, and so for them to actually kiss at the end of the film, it makes sense. But some people really do think like that joke that I made earlier.
Hey, look here.
Oh.
How about that? That's probably worth more than all the marketing I did for this place.
Wait, what does that newspaper say? Dr. Drake and Mr. Mitski's killer open horse riding camp. Wow. That was Heavenbound, a comedy that has its bright spots and its slow spots. And I tried not to show you too much of the slow spots because they could seriously just be cut right out of the film and you wouldn't miss all that much. Or they could at least be trimmed down a lot, trust me. On my scale of own it, watch it, burn it, I give Heavenbound a watch it. Now, if you're like me and you watch this review and you're like, wow, this movie looks really funny, then buy it. Because I didn't show you all the jokes on purpose because I really do feel like this is a movie you should watch. You can also stream it on PureFlix, but I recommend buying it if you like it. But for everyone else, watch it. I can see how it's not everyone's cup of tea. Stay tuned as next time we review... Who am I kidding? I don't even know what I'm reviewing next time. I could say Courageous because it's June and Father's Day, but let's be honest, it would probably get changed before then. So I'm not even gonna say because I don't even know. So remember that God made you special and he loves you very much. Bye.